some tech issues on all the platforms. All right, today we are talking about stop chasing and start attracting. Mimi, what is going on? William, so good to see you. I love being live with you guys. I absolutely love it. Oh, you on TikTok, you're unable to see my Christmas tree. You have to come over on YouTube. We've got the whole setup. If you guys missed my video on your 12 wishes ritual, it is a magical and fun one to do. So happy holiday week. Today we are talking about something so important, and I'll also be taking your questions. Hello, what's going on YouTube, Facebook? We've got Cal, we have Pow. I'm rhyming here. Cat, I'm sorry, not Cal, Cat. William, Pow, Troy, so good to see you guys. Nancy, Bethany, oh my gosh, guys, I'm seeing so many familiar faces. It's lovely. Please let me know where you're coming in, from, and what brought you to today's live. So let's just get into it. I'm going to dive right in because you're busy, I'm busy. It's the holidays. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve for those of you who celebrate. That is crazy. All right, so today we're going to talk about how to stop chasing. I'm going to kind of be looking between the screens here. How to stop chasing and start attracting. So this is truly feminine energy and meets identity. So if you are new to me, I teach identity shifting and reinvention. So I support women in midlife to there's a lot of P's here, powerfully pivot their purpose, but this will apply to men and women. I know I often get asked, does this, everything I'm saying, apply to men? Of course it does. It applies to all humans. So let me say something that might challenge everything you've been taught, all right, about confidence and attraction and becoming your next level self. Because as we head into 2026, I'm taking my niece and nephew ice skating. I've got on ballerina attire here. In truly around confidence, I want to just say this. You don't become confident by doing more, and you don't become confident by trying harder, and you don't reinvent yourself by forcing change. And reinvention is not about, I need to abandon ship on everything about me, although 2026 is truly the call to arms for everybody. If there is anything that's been in your identity, you guys know that I'm a world-renowned intuitive, so I do a lot of intuitive coaching. You've seen that on my shorts and in my long-form videos if you follow me, or if you're in our Limitless Academy or have worked with me. I'm telling you right now, 2026, if there's any place that you've been hiding, if there's any identities that you are ready to let go of, or any aspects of yourself that you have bought into where your parents said, this is who you need to be, or your father said, or your culture, I had a lot of that. This is a time, if you aren't choosing to shed it, I'm telling you right now, the universe is going to bring it to life, and you're going to have to either let it go or reinvent yourself in truth, in some form or fashion, because who you've been that wasn't ever intended for you can't stay with you past this year. And if it has, it's been pretty painful. So if anybody relates to what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. I know for me, it's any time that I've not been in alignment with who my soul came here to be, who I was choosing to be. It has been a painful road back to that. So yes, all right, you guys are putting the emojis, so you're with me on this. And I'd love to hear in the comments, what identities are you ready to let go of? So as I was saying, and this might challenge what you've been taught or what you know, but when I'm talking about confidence, what do you believe needs to happen in order for you to feel confident? Because confidence doesn't come from doing more. It's not from working harder. Like I said, you don't reinvent yourself by forcing change. You become magnetic when your identity of yourself changes, when your energy stabilizes. I'm going to go deeper into that. When you stop performing for others, and what I mean by that is when you stop trying to be who you think you need to be for everybody else, and when you stop the people pleasing, the peacemaking, the I'm going to fix everything, when you stop putting yourself at the bottom of your priority list, is when you actually start to feel confident and people treat you with the respect that you've been wanting the whole time. So when you stop performing and start embodying the woman that you truly are, man or woman, that's when you feel it. See, confidence is a felt experience, and this is why I teach embodiment. This is not about you needing to ingest more or conceptualize something else. This is actually about you being more. I had one of our women inside Reinvention say to me, she's like, Melissa, you often talk about who I be. And yes, because who you're being is everything. Because everyone is responding to your energy. Everyone is responding to who you believe you are. If you believe that you are a success, then you will be successful. If you believe that you're a failure, you're going to be a failure. If you believe that you're always on a diet, you're always going to be on a diet. If you believe your life, if you believe that struggle is meant for you, then that's what you will always have in your external reality. Right? So in order to shift that, it all comes down to identity, which is why we're talking in today's live about how to stop chasing and start attracting from your energy and from shifting your identity. So today I want to show you exactly how to do that. And this isn't a someday. I cannot stress that enough. We're actually going to do it in real time today. So if we haven't met, I'm Melissa Catherine. I work with women, especially women 40 plus, who are successful and are ready to pivot into their next identity. And they're in a life transition where they're going, I know that I want my next chapter to be my best chapter. I'm ready to claim my dreams. I'm ready to be myself unapologetically. And I want to do it where my success is inevitable. So it's about identity meets purpose. So more confidence, more ease, more alignment, more self-trust. Right? And today's live, what we're going to do here is about identity. It's about feminine energy, and it's how to hold the version of you who attracts without chasing, so you can truly step into 2026 claiming your next level, not searching for it, not feeling bad about what wasn't done, not wondering or stepping into 2026, not knowing how you're going to get to where you're going. And this isn't about you needing to know the how, but it is about you being clear and and almost like demanding, this is what I'm going for now, without question. This is what I'm going for, and this is what I want. And I'm unapologetically doing that. So before we dive in, no matter where you are, I would mean the world to me. It would mean the world to me if you would subscribe, like, follow, share this with someone who needs it. I'm always in here, and I'm teaching, and I'm sharing shorts and lives every day, honestly, not lives every day, 2 times a week. And it would just mean the world to me, and it helps my channel so much. Wherever you are, it just helps me out a ton to get in front of more people like you who these messages are meant for. So I want to know from you in the chat, in the comments, wherever you are, what are you most wanting to feel more of right now? What are you most wanting to feel more of right now? Is it confidence? Are you wanting peace? Is it clarity? What are you wanting more of right now? It's so good to see you too. I'm so glad you're here. What are you wanting more of? Jelly, Tan, Wildly, Jep, Dolce, everybody, it's so good to see you. Thank you for all the love. Let me know what are you wanting more of right now? So let me know that in the comments. Confidence, peace, clarity. Because one thing I can tell you is you can't step into your next level if you don't know what it looks like. And what I find so often is many women, when I ask them, what is it that you want? They actually don't know, but they're very adamant that it's hard to get and it's been a struggle. But I'll say, what is it that you really want? And they're like, I want to be happy. Okay, well, what would make you happy? I want money. I want wealth. Great. How much? I want to be successful. What does that look like for you? I want to have, I want to feel great in my body. Awesome. What is that? Like, are you strong? Is that like you want to go and do something like, is there a marathon that you want to do? Do you want to be a certain size, a certain weight? Is there like something that you're gunning for? Like, what is that? Get clear. So step 1, confidence is an identity. It's not a mood. It's not a, I will have it when. It is truly an identity, and you can claim it right here today. See, confidence is claimed. It is not earned. It is a state of being. It is you saying right now, today, I'm deserving and worthy of feeling confident. And by me being confident, I'm going to be perceived as confident. And therefore, people will respond to me that way. And opportunities, ideas, invitations, manifestations are going to come to the version of me that owns confidence as an identity. Confidence doesn't come from circumstance. It comes from your self-concept, your self-image, who you believe yourself to be. Most women outsource confidence to outcomes. I used to do this. I did this with my weight for a long time until I truly healed myself with my weight and said, I'm done with dieting for good, right? And that's when I created my Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program. By the way, for those of you that have been sending my team messages, that sale is happening starting December 26th. So don't buy the program now. Wait, because it's going to be 50% off December 26th till January 4th. So stay tuned, and that will be coming out. And that's our Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program. We've had thousands go through it. It's globally recognized. It's amazing. It's what I did to heal myself with and truly be done with dieting for good. And I'm 47. I've stayed the same weight. Anyway, and I don't have a thyroid. If that's something you want, Love Your Body, Lose the Weight, stay tuned. And make sure you're on my email list to get that promo. So wait, don't buy it yet. 50% off starting December 26th. And it's for 1 week only. We run this sale every year to really support you in feeling your best in the new year. Now, let's get back to this. So most women outsource confidence to outcomes. They outsource it to how many likes, how many followers, money, kids. Do I have children? Am I married? What size is the diamond on my ring? Or on my ring? What is my weight? A lot of it goes to vanity and other things of that nature. And it's so important for you to understand that nothing is more attractive than confidence. Nothing is more powerful than owning your confidence, and you get to claim it right now, today. There is nothing stopping you. So I want you to ask yourself really quickly, what and who do you believe you need to be before you can claim confidence? What you believe you need to have before confidence can be yours. Sorry about that in your face. When I've asked this question to the women in my community, they will come back with, I thought I need to be at this size, when I have this success, when I meet the love of my life, when I own my own home. There's so many things that are put on a pedestal that are keeping them from just feeling their best starting today. See, identity precedes the results. Claim the identity now, the results will come. I believe identity trumps manifestation. Any day, all day, I will say that forever. Because who you believe you are is what attracts to you. You don't need to do 50 million rituals and all the things. You just get to say, I've decided I'm confident starting today. I've decided I'm a millionaire starting today. See, when you feel it, it comes to you. So the most important thing that I want you to write down, you don't wait to feel confident. You decide who you are being, and you decide you are confident today. All right, Jessica. Ooh. All right, hold on. Let me sift through these questions. Oh, so good. All right. And guys, any questions, just let me know. Put them in the chat. I am here. All right, so this question, I'm going to answer this one first. And I will get to as many of these as I can in our time together today. Jessica, Melissa, what if I don't feel confident at all right now? I've put on weight. I'm stressed out. She said, Melissa, what if I don't feel confident at all right now? I've put on weight. I'm stressed out. And I just don't feel like myself. Is it hormones? Okay. So here's what I want to tell you, and anybody else that's going through the hormone game, the midlife, am I in menopause or I'm in menopause? And listen, let's be honest here, hormones can do a real mind F if you let them. And this is why I teach and I specialize in the program and in the psychology of women and self-sabotaging behaviors. And I'm a master hypnotherapist. And in my background, I was also a nutritionist. I've done a lot here. When I started doing this 20 years ago, this was not like an actual degree that you could get. So I had to like build my own. And then I did become a nutritionist and then a master life coach and so on. What I can tell you in reprogramming the subconscious mind is your mind does not know the difference between a dream or reality. What you feed it is what it will believe to be true. There is your reticular activating system. Jessica, I want you to start focusing on and start to program yourself. See, guys, this is how I healed myself of cancer. Your mind, I only focused on being healthy. I did not buy into anything else. I did not ingest any other content or anything that would feed my time and my energy in. I need to heal me. How do I overcome this? No, I operate as the woman who was in perfect health, and therefore my body had to respond. And I saturated my mind and I did the things that I teach and I reprogrammed myself. So Jessica, what I want you to do is confidence is practiced. It is identity first and then your emotions follow. Confidence is not something where you go, I just don't feel confident. No, you claim it. So I want you to start programming yourself right now. And I want you to go and stand in front of the mirror. For anybody else who does not know mirror work, I learned it from one of my first teachers ever, Louise Hay. Back in the day, bless her, she is no longer with us. She taught me mirror work and it forever changed my relationship with myself and my body. I went from self-loathing to self-loving. It took a few months for me because I was pretty harsh with myself. I want you to stand in front of the mirror, and anybody else who's struggling with loving themselves or feeling confident, I want you to stand in front of the mirror and I want you to repeat and look deep within your own eyes. And if you can do this naked or in your underwear, it is even better because it's about taking in all of you and no longer being in separation between your mind and your body. See, you're judging yourself. You're through the eyes of judgment, and judgment is one of the lowest vibrational frequencies. And when we are in harsh judgment with ourselves, it actually never started with us. It started with somebody else. So I want you to ask yourself, whose voice is this? When did this voice start with me? And I'm generally, that voice starts in childhood, and it can be from parents. It usually stems from a parent. And I want you to ask yourself who that's coming from. I'm getting more the mother, but I would love for you to share with me in the comments. And then you get to understand that that voice isn't you. And why we ask whose voice is this is because it separates out for us to understand that the voice of the judger, the inner critic, didn't start with us. We actually came into this lifetime whole and complete believing that we were limitless, which is why I have a membership called Limitless. It's to remind you of the truth of you before you ever thought you were less than. Well, that happened until we started to become fractured aspects of ourselves because we started getting introduced to limitations, and we started to listen to a voice, or we had a perception of that voice that said that we weren't enough in some way. So what you want to do is understand whose voice is this. Helps you to separate out and to come back into oneness and say, okay, I'm giving that inner critic a separate voice. That's not me, and it doesn't need to be. I am not my thoughts. I am not these beliefs, and I am not the identities that have preceded me. And I don't need to hold on to them if they don't feel good to me. So when you separate out and you give that negative voice another name, maybe we're going to call her Negative Nancy. Maybe she's Mean Trisha, whatever it is, you're going to give, I'm hearing the name Trisha. You're going to give her a name, and you're going to say, that's not me. And the voice that truly loves me, and you're going to then go over in front of the mirror and you're going to tell yourself, I love you. I see you. I'm so proud of you. There's no one that I want to be but you. And keep saying that. And that's going to be a hard one to swallow. There's no one that I want to be but you, because many times when we're starting our journey to self-love and healing is we actually want to be anyone other than ourselves. And so this is about truly coming back into oneness with yourself. I want to give you the homework of doing mirror work each day, looking deep within your own eyes to have that soul's reflection of yourself in yourself, repeating, I love you for up to 2 minutes every day. I love you. I see you. I love you. I see you. I love you. I'm proud of you. I see you. I love you. Even wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself a hug. I do that every morning and just say, like, I love you, like I'm with you. Because at the end of this life, it's you with you. What better relationship to cultivate? And then hug your loved one. saying I love you too, right? Who's ever next to you. But or if it's just you, give yourself a hug. I'm a single girly. I hug myself. I love myself up. And so I say that you want to go and do that. And I really want to tell you, you want to do that for 40 to even 60 days until there will be a point where you will see a shift. But I'm telling you, when you do this work, if you do it right, you will not want to do it. You will, every part in you that wants to stay the same, your ego will say, you don't have time to do that. Just tell yourself, if I don't have two minutes, like Tony Robbins says, you don't really have much of a life, although he says that for 10 minutes, and it's true. So your ego is going to not want you to do that because it wants you to stay the same. And you have to say, nope, I'm choosing to do this. What we resist, on the other side of resistance, are our greatest dreams realized. Okay. So always lean into the resistance and say, I choose me. I'm going on the other side of this because I love me. And I want you to do that. And you're going to want to cry. You're going to go, I don't feel like doing this. There's going to be days where you're going to go, I'm not going to do it today. I don't have the time. And I want you to put like a post-it up that's like mirror work and put it there. And so confidence is practiced. It is not felt. And it is a daily choice. So step two, to not chasing, but being confident is feminine energy, is self-trust in motion. Ooh, take that in. Feminine energy is self-trust in motion. Sometimes I come up with things and I even blow my own mind. Feminine energy is, it's you trusting yourself. It's taking your self-trust, that intuitive guidance, because it whispers. And the more that you listen to the whisper, the more you trust in the whisper, and the greater the intuitive guidance comes to you. It's grounded, it's receptive, and it feels calming to your nervous system. When you're truly listening to your intuition, it is calming to your nervous system. And that's when you are in attraction mode. And chasing is when you're dysregulated. Did you notice that? Really think about times when your nervous system, you've been anxious, you're worried, you're dysregulated. You are spiraling. You are making up what could be. You're like, right? I want you to think about when the last time you were in chasing energy. Just think about it right now. Close your eyes. When's the last time you were chasing somebody, praying for a text message, a phone call, chasing a romantic, like somebody you're dating, you're messaging them before they've even messaged you back, or you're messaging a family member or a friend before they've even messaged you, and you're sitting up and you're feeling anxious and you're in knots, or you're chasing money, you're stressed out. Is it there yet? You're constantly checking your bank balance. Anytime you're in chasing energy, your nervous system is dysregulated. You are in your masculine and you're forcing. You are not receptive, and therefore you're blocking your blessings. I mean, I just mic drop right there. You're blocking your blessings. I really want you to think about that. So what do we want to do to get back into an embodied state? Slow your speech. Listen to the way that I'm talking right now. I'm not like, yes, I'm in a positive space, but I'm not like amped up and cutting and like notice and cutting. What I'm trying to say there is, often when you are dysregulated and your nervous system isn't really, you're not in a deep embodied state, you're cutting people off in conversation. You're hurried, you're looking all around, you're fidgeting, you're actually not listening to what anybody's saying because you're waiting to speak. Your shoulders are up here instead of being relaxed. Your breath is short instead of deep and measured. So I want you to write this down. This is your key line, as they do in acting when you're breaking down a script. When you trust yourself, others feel it and they respond the way that you actually want them to, because you're embodied, right? Embodiment is like another form of confidence. So, all right, Lisa, I'm coming to you because this question's been here since the beginning. All right. How do I stop chasing when I want something really bad? So good. The key to that, how do you stop chasing when you want something really bad? The key to that is you want to contain the desire. So you've got the desire, but you want to do so without gripping it. So I want you to lead from, I already have everything I need, not I'm in lack. I was talking with one of my guy friends the other night because he was saying, he had run in, an ex had called him, and he was like, I really kind of dipped after we talked, and she's now moved on, but she just wanted to let me know. She wanted to touch base with him, in essence. She's seeing if the door's still open. She's not sure about our current relationship. I know as women, I know all the tricks. But it really kind of spun him out. And I said to him, I just said, what happened that had you spin out? You were feeling so good. And he's like, well, when we were together, I just felt like, man, I'm so close. I felt like everything was possible. I felt like, yes, everything's lining up. Yes, it's working. It means all this work that I've done. He's into self-development and self-growth work. He's very evolved. And he's like, it just felt like, yes, all this stuff, all this work that I had been doing, and then I was close to meeting my person. So it must be working. And so I said to him, man, that's a lot of work in there. And he's like, well, what do you mean? And I just said, do you mind if I just share? And I just feel that, let's call him Dan. I'm like, Dan, I feel like your energy though is the dip happened because you were putting her on a pedestal. It's more what she symbolizes to you than who she was, not to discount your connection, but I'm still feeling a lot of lack here where marriage is on a pedestal, where you're kind of looking around at your friends that are married, like they have something that you don't. And he's like, but I do want that. And I go, I know, but there's a big grip there, because the thing is, I'm not married, right? And I don't have children. In fact, I just did a video on why I married myself, not because, and go watch it. But I said, I realized that I had marriage on a pedestal. So no matter what success I had, no matter how much money I made, no matter my podcast, my TED Talk, we could make a list of accomplishments. I never felt the degree of them because I still had this voice that said, but you're not married and you don't have kids. And the voice of my mom who said, that's really why a woman is here. That's like basically the whole purpose to life, was always kind of in the background, muting, diluting all of the success and the joy that actually was available to me, and the life that I had built and being proud of it. It always kind of sucked the joy out. It's what I call a joy stealer in our community. The women whoever's here from my community, you know what I'm talking about. I call them joy stealers. So I just said to him, it sounds to me like you're still, everything that you're doing, even the self-development and growth, is to fix you instead of to enhance you and make you your best self. See, if you even being here right now is because you need to be fixed. That's why I teach wholeness. I don't want you investing in your brokenness. You're not broken. You're perfect. Instead, everything that you get to do, any self-development, self-growth, is to enhance who you already are. There's nothing wrong with you. You're amazing. And so that's what I was saying to him. And I want you to know that too. Even like, yeah, you could want to change things about yourself, but not because you're not enough now. See, you need to know that if you passed away tomorrow unexpectedly, that you're proud of the life that you've lived and who you are, and that you love you, and knowing that you did the best that you could given who you are and what you know. And so the other thing that I said to him was, I just said, Dan, I feel like, I was about to call him his name. I'm like, Dan, I feel like also too, marriage to you is still something that you believe you need in order to have hit some benchmark in life. And that just means that you're still keeping your happiness at bay, which means there's still gripping and lack. Does anybody relate to the story of what I'm sharing right now? Because this was a really big one for me that I realized I still had. And it wasn't until I was in my past relationship that has now ended where I saw, oh my gosh, your life can change on a dime. And once marriage was presented and children was presented, I realized, I'm like, oh, I truly, I want to enter into this from a place of two wholes coming together, not because it's two people that believe that they need marriage in order to fulfill something that they believe is lacking, right? And so do you guys relate to this story? Does this help you at all? So I want you to think about, I'm hoping that it does. And I want to answer this, Lisa. So you want to stop chasing something that you really want by releasing your grip. And also by looking at yourself and what are the belief systems that you have around your need for it. A great manifestation tip also is to tell yourself all the reasons why you're grateful that you don't have it. Flip the script. Shift your energy into why is it good that this didn't happen? Why is it good that you don't have the thing that you want? Why is it actually a benefit to you? And also take it a step further and say, okay, I'm saying that I want this, but what would be even better than that? Let's go a step further. What would even make the thing that I'm wanting look like nothing? And what would be even more epic? So those are two great ways to flip a script to bring a manifestation to you very quickly. It's a little manifestation hack. So remember, you want to contain the desire without gripping it. And ask yourself, why do I believe that I need this? And what do I believe I'll have by getting it that I don't have already? And how could I give this to me now? Yeah. See, the manifestation can't come. And let's take it a step further and really, really go into how do I stop chasing when I really want something? Ask yourself, the version of me who already has it, the version of me who has this, how does she feel and what's different? And can I act in alignment with that identity? So step 3, great question, guys. Great questions. Anybody else, if you have any questions, let me know. Put them in the chat. I want you to get clear on who the version of you is who is confident. This is truly about identity clarification. Reinvention begins with clarity. In our reinvention, our 4-month transformation program, talk about dramatic transformations, that if you're looking to dramatically change your life and upgrade everything from your body, your bank account, your business, that's the container. That's starting. Applications are going to be open. We have the wait list now. I will link that below. That is starting January 15th. If that's you, we get so deep on clarity. Reinvention begins with clarity. Most women want results without shifting their identity, but that's how the results don't stay. That's how you lose the weight but gain it back. That's how you get the money, but then you get a big bill that cancels it out because you haven't actually changed your identity or your container to hold and receive what you're wanting. So it goes right back out. That's when your identity is still, I'm a dieter, so I always have to lose weight and get it back. You don't realize how often that's ingrained in you, especially if you've been dieting forever. So I want you to get clear on who she is. Ask better questions. Go deeper with yourself. Get so clear. How does she think? How does she move? What does she do differently than me? This version of me, what is she doing differently? And here are some great identity prompts that I want you to write down so you can get clear. How does she decide? See, a lot of women that say that they're lacking clarity, they're constantly in indecision. They take a long time to make decisions. They have 10 things in their cart that they still haven't bought. They're still weighing the pros and cons of this program or making this move. They have 20 open tabs that are leaking their energy. The woman, the version of you that's confident, she decides. Yes, I know. Thank you guys for the emojis. So how does she decide? How does she speak? What does she no longer tolerate? That's a big one. And how does she treat her time and her energy? Another huge one. A woman in her worth, she is not just spending time and giving her time all away and doing this. So I want you to really ask yourself, how does she carry herself? How does that version of me feel, the confident one? All right. Really ask yourself, like close your eyes and take a minute. And I want you to raise your posture. See how I sit? I'm not like this because I'm confident. I'm in my body. I'm embodied. Just put your shoulders back right now. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale in. Push your chest just up. It's not like you're putting the girlies out, but you want to, that's true posture. I used to be a dancer. This is like what your chin is like this, right? Just notice, how does that feel? You feel stronger, right? You feel more in your body, right? Yeah. Feels different. That's confidence. Do you see that? By the way, guys, shameless plug here. If this work resonates, this is what we do inside Limitless Academy, inside our membership. It's literally like, it's Limitless Light. You can join. You can start at, there's 2 different tiers. This is identity, embodiment, emotional regulation, all from the inside out. This is true transformation. This is what we do inside. I'm linking it below. If you want to start off 2026 in Epic Community, this is the place to be. And also, by the way, this Saturday, I am doing a live masterclass completely free, where it is all about setting you up for your most successful 2026. And this is for women in midlife to truly create the identity, to elevate your energy. And this is to step into your next level powerfully. This is what we're doing. If you want that, definitely stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe so that you can get that link. And so you can join me live on Saturday, the 27th at 1 p.m. And it is going to be a masterclass. It is not going to be streamed live. You have to definitely sign up for it. You're not going to want to miss it. It's so good. We're also going to do an energy activation in there, and you will walk away with full clarity, and you will feel confident, and you will know that next level identity to set you up for your best 2026. If you want that, let me know, put in the comments, and so I can make sure to send you that link when we have it and it goes live. So I know there's a lot of options here. And then if you're inside Limitless Academy, you get access to everything first. That's part of the perks. Step 4 to owning your confidence, to stop chasing masculine energy and start attracting feminine and identity, right? Acting as if. What does it mean? You're truly acting the part. So I'm calling on all my ladies that have wanted the spotlight. I actually want you to act as that version. Give her a name. Start dressing her differently. I'm having you refer to her as a third person caricature until you fully embody her. This is like Beyonce, Sasha Fierce. I want embodiment, right? Because if you act as if without embodiment, that's what creates the burnout. That's when you're not really doing it from an embodied state. You're from a, I think this will work, fingers crossed, spaghetti against the wall. I tried to do, I did the vision board, no, all of that's just exhaustive if you actually don't look at your vision board and know that those things are going to happen for you. That's what makes a vision board, or else it's just a lot of pictures and dreams unfulfilled. So true embodiment is nervous system safe. This is why I teach around really regulating the nervous system, owning that identity, right? Shifting your mindset. All of this is why we do identity work, so that it's not a one and done, or it was all going well and then it went away, or what's happening. True embodiment is nervous system safe, right? So you don't fake confidence. We stabilize it and make it a normal feeling in your body so it can be activated on repeat, right? So that's when I want you to start. We are activating on a repeat. The mind doesn't know a difference between a dream or reality. We state it, we get clear on what it is, on that version of us, and we start activating it cellularly and normalizing it. And then we cement it into our identity, right? So examples of this are like responding instead of reacting. I always say a woman who can master her emotions is a creator of her reality versus reacting to it and letting life pull her. Other examples of truly being in the embodied state: you're responding instead of reacting, you're pausing before answering, you're choosing calm over proving. Okay? This is so important. All right. Oh God, these questions are so good. I'm coming in. Sasha, Sashia. I would say Sasha, but there's an IA. Am I saying this right? If I butcher your name, I'm so sorry. Sasha. I'm just going to say Sasha, Sashia. How do I hold this identity when life gets stressful? Perfect. Love this. That's why I'm answering it. Because you do it through repetition and you remind yourself of who you are each day. This is why we do embodiment work at the start of our day. This is why we bring ourselves into being intentional in each day. So we already are in front of it. So when the day gets crazy, we bring ourselves back. So a few things are repetition, rituals, and regulation. That's how you return to her daily. So what that would look like is I'm going to stand in front of a mirror. A mirror is a psychological anchor. Anytime you can get in front of a mirror, your rear view mirror in the car, you go into a bathroom, you walk in and you state to yourself, I've got this. I'm confident. You have a mantra that really tethers you to you. And you repeat it and you say it inwardly. Other things, if you can't get in front of a mirror, you're going to do an inner conversation where you're repeating to yourself what you want to have happen in the present tense. I am, I have. I am, I have. And these are things, and this is all stuff that I teach. You're going to hear more about this if you come on Saturday about daily identity anchors, morning alignment, language, as personal hygiene, and boundaries for self-respect, right? Like these are things that I'm going to be teaching in our masterclass on Saturday. So if you want to come, I would love to have you. The woman that you're becoming, I need you to remember this. Sasha, she's not fragile. She just needs you to be consistent. This isn't a one and done, right? Identity isn't one and done. We cement it in daily by who we be, okay? We cement it in daily by who we be. You're not seeking approval, right? You're here for alignment, okay? So I would love to hear from you guys, all right? From you lady loves and from you gents. What area of your life do you feel called to reinvent right now or shift? Where do you notice yourself shrinking or over-explaining? Where do you notice yourself shifting or over-explaining? I'd love to hear in the comments. And I really want to leave you with this. You don't need permission to become who you want to be. You claim her today. Claim him today. You don't need validation to trust yourself. You don't need to chase what's meant for you. It can't elude you. There's no wrong turn. When your identity shifts, your life follows. So like I said, if you feel called, if you like my energy, if you want to be around this weekly, join Limitless Academy. This is where you receive audio drops from me. We're in community, like daily. We're in community. We have, a call each week and you get personalized attention. It's just incredible. And it's just incredible community. So make sure that you sign up for Saturday's masterclass if that's something that interests you. Like I said, if you're looking to get in the best shape of your life, be done with dieting for good. That's my Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program. It goes live one time a year for 50% off. That starts December 26th. So stay tuned. Keep your eyes and ears open for that. The next time I will be live with you is on Sunday, the 28th, live streaming. And if you want to join our masterclass on December 27th at 1 p.m., stay tuned. That link will be coming. Wherever you're tuning in from, I wish you a beautiful and blessed holiday and that you just stay connected to yourself. Remember, be intentional and script out how you want the day, the holiday to go, and it will. And do it in the present tense, like the day has ended and it was just the most heart-fulfilling, incredible time, and script out the version of you that showed up confident and that identity and speak it into the mirror, right? Thank you for being here. And remember, you're already the woman you're becoming. She's you. Claim her. Own her now. You're amazing. And I love you. Bye, guys.